All right,
All right.
we're back.
Yeah.
How's
Oh
it
my
going?
gosh. Oh my God.
Back with our background.
Yep, that's true.
So we decided just a few hours ago to kind of take a step back from the fancy YouTube content.
Yeah.
Probably not going to do travel vlogs or food vlogs for a while, and just focus on weekly updates.
Yeah, just simplify things. Focus on the business because that's what's currently making us, our literal living wage at this point. So it's going to be more personal, but I'm kind of excited to see this as a documentation. And I mean, I don't know how exciting this is going to be, but it should be very real, I guess. It's less scripted. So let's talk about, how this week went, because it was kind of a crazy ass week. How's it for you?
Well, in summary, we traveled back from Cape Town to South Africa.
Yeah.
After being there for about a month. And so I think this week's focus was really about preparing for the trip, which started on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then coming back and adjusting to it. So this was kind of, I think, my favorite adjustment back.
Yeah,
it was really tough, the first week in Cape Town. Going to Cape Town. Yes. I was jet lagged for basically a week.
Yep.
We had that stomach bug the second week.
Oh, terrible. That was awful.
And I got the sty in my eye in the third week.
That was terrible too. Jeez Louise.
But coming back, I think we got a little bit more rest on the plane in general.
Yeah.
And coming back, I think we were able to adjust better coming this way.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's something to say about familiarity, coming back to our own bed, our own shower, having the car again, going to our favorite restaurants, seeing family, all of those things. Oh, and I'm totally leaving out the biggest thing, which is our setup. We have this ergonomic setup and with the humidifier, the air purifier, that's super nice. Whereas when we went to Cape Town, everything was totally brand new. So I think there's a level of what's happening right now that we're kind of struggling with.
And I think something that we realize, I don't know if I'm just biased because it's recent, but I feel whenever we transit or we travel or we have different experiments with schedules, the first few days back from jet lag are kind of our favorites in terms of work schedule.
Yeah.
It's ironic because when we get onto schedule, we hate waking up early.
Yeah.
But we realize now that we've been waking up at 3, 4 or 5 in the morning, hitting the gym, and we're back by 8.
Yeah.
We get some work done, and by noon we're whoa, we did almost everything and it's only halfway through.
Yeah.
So something we reflected on today was potentially trying to start moving that when we get less jet lag.
Yeah.
Trying to do the 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. club.
Man, yeah. I thought I honestly, when we started this journey too, of entrepreneurship, I thought it was funny because it was the whole idea of we can make our own schedule and work from anywhere. And it's ironic now that we're coming back to this more standard schedule that a lot of other people who have 9-to-5s follow. But I feel the same way. I feel way more productive in the morning. I feel my brain is way more on versus when sometimes we work late at night, before we left. And I just feel I wasn't that, my brain wasn't there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I agree. I think it's going to be a good change. So what are you looking forward to this week though? Coming back.
I think some highlights that we can talk about for this past week.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
We were reflecting, and I think last year we were really focused on service delivery, or in the E-Myth Revisited, it was the pie maker or pie baker.
Yeah.
And we reflected recently that we're really moving from service delivery, well, Kayla and myself, to building a business.
Yeah.
And we're really trying to come up with the sales system, a sales team. That's a big thing. So that's one revelation that we're moving towards, which has really got me excited.
Yeah.
Another big thing this week was, we had a meeting with, I don't know if we say names, but we had a consultation meeting.
Yes.
So I think that was super cool. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So again, not to name names, but there was somebody that we were kind of watching on YouTube in terms of helping us figure out this whole Google Ads thing. And we were able to meet with that person, and it was pretty interesting because I think, at least for us, it was a good reaffirmation of okay, we're doing the right thing and our team is doing the right thing. So that was a pretty cool little moment. I
enjoyed that part as well. It was, I think throughout this journey, it's cool to see different entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Shout out Mercedes again.
Yes.
But yeah, meeting Mercedes or the person yesterday, or even our new clients. Yeah. They're also hustlers as well. Yeah, and definitely. It's inspiring to see them and who they referred us to as our other new clients. And I think that what excites me. Yeah. And that kind of leads me to the next thing where we came back and saw some friends yesterday. Yeah. Shout out to Eric. I was talking to Eric yesterday, and he really like lit a fire in my ass again.
Yeah, definitely.
But a lot of things like just kind of what he's achieved, and we'll have him on maybe one day on a podcast.
Definitely.
But one of many things that I realize is in his sales job, he uses an auto dialer.
Yeah.
And this whole time I'm thinking like we're trying to save like $100 on like an auto dialer.
Yeah.
But thinking like, wait, it takes us like 4 hours to dial 100 people.
Yeah.
And if we can do that in 20 minutes,
Yeah, that's crazy.
then we can like, let's see, 3x our output per day.
Yes.
And then times what, like 20 work days?
Yeah, it's huge.
That's like 60 times the effort for like $100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that kind of perspective really shifted things for me.
Yeah.
So.
No, same. I think just overall we've been having a lot of new revelations. I think as a function of not being in the weeds so much, we have time to think about like, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? Who was you with? Where was you at? Like, as Cat Williams would say, like, I think that's a function of like us having more time as well to like think about these things. So that's been kind of cool, I think.
I think another cool thing I've noticed in our company is like our team.
Yeah, our team is.
Yeah, since we started having team meetings, I can see like a different fire in their eye.
Yeah.
Because people used to be segregated and we just met with them one-on-one. But when people come together and see the vision, it's cool that everyone kind of works together and chips in. And I love some of our teammates, like they go above and beyond. They just, we'll tell them to do something and they'll just do more of that and volunteer for more things.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think what is also something I'm thinking about even right now is like, we are also in a point in the business where we are taking their feedback and letting them build parts of the business as well, which I feel like is not a thing if you're already working in an established business or a corporate office or like for the government. Because like if you have like, oh, let's try this new system, a lot of the times it gets squashed because there's already a system, or B, like, okay, we just don't have time for that or whatever. Whereas like in this startup environment, it's like, okay, we will take everyone's kind of ideas and see if it works. So I think they're able to see their ideas come to fruition in a way that maybe they wouldn't be able to see in a normal job. So maybe that's why they're more like excited.
Yeah, and kind of pivoting away from that idea, I think something I'm learning too is like taking action is very important.
Yes.
And like analysis by paralysis by analysis, where we get these different ideals, but we can go on and on minutes or hours or days thinking about these things, but I think what's more important is just doing them and figuring it out along the way. And it's funny because there's like some real estate stresses that we were going through the past week, and again talking to Eric really put this into perspective. I was like, why are we worrying so much about this? Like there's other things, like figure it out another way and like just move on. So
exactly. It's like don't beat a dead horse, basically. It's like you don't need to spend extra time or energy on it if it's already, something that's you can't really control or is already somewhat settled, and it's like, don't kill yourself over it. So I think this week was a good week of like revelation.
Absolutely.
I think this week was a lot about thinking and reassessing. I think that was good for us.
And reassessing our schedule. We'll see if this works, but we were kind of walking through it. I think, assuming we get rid of jet lag and build up discipline, I think it'll be good to try, wake up at 5 a.m.
Yep.
Get to the gym by 6, get back home by 7, shower and all that, and then do our smoothie walk at 7:45.
Yeah.
And we're basically ready to work at 8 a.m. And from 8 a.m. to 5, that's 9 hours, so we can work 8 of that with an hour of like lunch and breaks.
Yeah.
Then dinner from 5 to 6, and then basically 6 to 8, just chill.
Yeah, or do other work like outside of the business, things like that. We can read, we can, journal, we can, work on the real estate stuff because we haven't really been doing that much lately. So I'm pretty excited about it too, actually. And
then basically from at 8 o'clock, start to get ready for bed.
Yep.
Be in bed by 8:30, and then theoretically be sleeping by 9.
Yep.
And if you do that, 9 to 5 a.m. is 8 hours. So I probably only need like 6 or 7, but that'll give you a full 8.
I need 8. I need full 8 hours.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So next week, what do we got next week? I noticed like our meetings have gone from like a lot of client meetings and trying to do sales to really trying to build the systems.
Yes.
So I'm kind of excited to meet more with our teammates and make sure that they're kind of helping us build those systems. So that's good. How about you? What do you want to focus on next week?
I want to focus on getting people spun up on these systems. Like you said about the action thing, about taking action. I think, this week, the first half of the week will be like, okay, this is kind of what we're doing, getting a rough plan figured out. And then second half of the week is going to be like, okay, now go do it. And let's see what happens. Let's see what
Exactly.
breaks. Let's see what works. And then go from there. So I think I'm really excited to see what that cycle is going to look like.
Right.
I'm excited for the schedule this week. I hope we can stick to it. I really like the schedule. Like, I really like it. And I think a revelation that we had during Cape Town was I don't like working in spurts. I like working in one big block. Like, we say he's a creature of like discipline and I am a creature of inertia. Like, once I get going, I can keep going for like a while, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I think this one big block will be more conducive to my work style, at least.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that. So
we'll see how that goes. It's ironic because I know I think at first we both thought we don't like waking up early. But I think the more important thing is not the time of when you wake up. It's how much sleep you get and how much wake up time you get. And that can all be adjusted, right? So again, if we plan to wake up at 5, there just needs to be the wake up period for an hour. And then on the other end, sleep at the right time to be able to get the amount of sleep that we want.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of like, oh, I don't like waking up early. I think it's duration of sleep and wake up time.
That's true, but I also do like working during the day. We worked all through the night, basically, when we were in Cape Town. And I don't like working at night, personally. Like that, like 2 to 4 a.m. like working. I don't like being up around that time unless it's waking up. You know what I mean? Right. So I think it'll be like a experiment. Right. I think over the next week, tweaking here and there. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
So just to wrap up, next week, aside from work, there are 3 things I think that I'm looking forward to. For 3 things. Yeah. One is potentially a real estate meetup on Monday with some close friends.
Yes, so that'll be fun.
We'll see if that happens. 2 is Friday. You want to talk about Friday?
No, you talk about it. No. You talk about it.
Dune 2 is coming out. We're very excited. We're pretty frugal, but this is a movie that we're we're okay spending enough to watch it in Dolby.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then it's not on here, but do you know what the last one is?
Is it Saturday?
No. It's
Survivor's coming back. Both of us have like this guilty pleasure for watching Survivor, the CBS like game show, and it's been gone since the fall, and it's coming back for the new season on the 28th. And yeah, pretty excited about that.
I just realized that if we stick to our schedule, we'll have to watch it the day after. So, anyway, cool.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? I don't even that's fine for me. I actually would prefer that in a way.
All right. Well, I think that's good for me.
Yeah, I think so too. Right. Thanks for
signing on or whatever.
Signing on, yeah.
We missed that one more time.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go.
All right.
See y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.